The world economic crisis means people have less money.
The poorest countries are the ones with the highest fertility rates, and the poorest populations within countries are the ones with the highest fertility.
And the big issue is humanitarian organizations and people in general. How are we responding to this global economic crisis? In a way, we respond the way we always have responded, but there's something special about this one. And the question is how we can use the energy of the global economic crisis to actually, as humanitarians, as advocates, and as implementers, try to get a response that's very human and works to the benefit of all people on the globe.
I think we've seen a real unprecedented crisis where the financial problems have turned into a problem of the real economy all around the world. And we're seeing an unprecedented decline in output globally of about negative 3.1%. And so this is a real worry. And of course, vulnerable people in low-income countries are really starting to feel the hit, both through remittances, through trade, through lowering in capital flows. And so I think that now we're going to find that the big crises will still be related to essential needs, to cuts in social spending, and a real emphasis needs to be on ensuring that countries can continue to get social safety nets, because at this time we know this is the worst possible time to have cuts in things like education and feeding programs and these kinds of things.
I think the issue that we're looking at here is that we've been traveling down a path that really hasn't produced any results in measurably eliminating some of the humanitarian crises that have come up recently, the global economic crisis, the food and fuel price crisis, a whole range of other things. We're now looking at the swine flu issue. We need to stop and think about what the next thing is that we do. And if we look at the resources that we have available to us and the dimensions of the problem that we're facing, I think it's clear that we do not have enough to do the job. So what we have to do is find a way to let people resolve their issues themselves. And in my opinion, that means dealing with governance and policies. And I think that's the key to eliminating these problems in the long run.